Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to... Hey, everybody, and welcome to CB and the Boyz. I'm CB, your hostess with the mostess, and we have a great show for you tonight. We have our guest, Mr. Bombay J, out of Kansas City, so you don't want to miss that, and some fresh new music. And without further ado, George, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Welcome to CB and the Boyz with Crystal CB Booker, George Biker Boy Holman, Roger Hawkins, and Mimi Acosta. Coming live and direct from YouTube, Facebook, iHeartRadio, Blog Talk Radio, and Apple Podcasts. Bringing you hot topics, interviews, live entertainment, and fun every Wednesday night, 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central. And now, prepare to get charged up with a whole lot of fun from CB and the Boyz.
Hey. All right. And hello, everyone. Welcome to CB and the Boyz. I, of course, am CB. And I got my boys in the building, Mr. Roger Hawkins. What's up, Rod? How are you tonight?
That's good. Too bad we can't hear you, bro.
So all that to say, I'm still doing great, but now you can hear me. As y'all can see, I'm drinking already, so there's that.
And then we have Mr. George Biker Boy Holman. What's up, George?
What's up? What up? Up here chilling in the place.
Can hear George.
After a long days of work. My mute button's not on.
Yeah.
So yeah, is it Friday yet? Damn.
I wish it was.
Not quite.
Right.
We're gonna have to settle for a little midweek motivation.
I know, right? we got y'all. I feel like everybody I talk to has been like, man, look, it's just been that trying week. Everybody's like, I'm stressed, or I was overwhelmed with words you don't normally hear from certain people. It's like that. Man, Joy taking a bottle to the head.
It's that week, man. It's that
right?
week. I'm telling you.
Right there. Right there. Take it to the head. No, it's all good though. We keep it pushing. And there's been some stuff popping off.
It has been. So, as you notice, our fabulous Miss Mimi Acosta is not in the studio with us tonight, but our hearts and our prayers go out to her and her family. So stay strong, my sister, and everything is going to be all right.
Yeah, she's definitely going through some things, but it's always good to have a good support system around, and I know they look to her for a lot of strength and all that. So hang in there, girl. We are gonna do your drink list tonight, cause just cause you ain't here don't mean I ain't drinking. So we got you. I'm even taking a shot for Mimi. So yeah, we'll get to it. Absolutely. So yeah, well, like we were just talking about earlier, I mean, y'all already know, man. It seems like every week we get all this bad news, and I mean, people don't stop dying, people don't stop being born, but it just seems like it's a lot of premature, unnecessary and unexpected, things going on. We're talking about Jesse Powell, by the way, folks. So, for those who know,
I don't even know what to say on that one.
Yeah. And so I read. I don't know if you guys did you get an update? I read that technically it was he died peacefully in his sleep, or whatever the case may be. But 51, that's a little scary, you know. And I mean, I don't think he wasn't a big guy. He wasn't like, you know, I don't know. You just never know. But that's weird to me when you hear about that. You know, when you're younger, you think, damn, 50's old. Shit, you get to about RG, like, hey, man, I got things to do. That's nowhere near old. So, yeah, I mean, you know, maybe something else will come out. I mean, either way, it really stinks because the brother definitely got he got us through the 90s with some good ones, with some hoop bangers. So I know CB said she's going to, you know, play a little bit of it later on. So be on the lookout for that. We definitely got to pay a little homage to my man, Jesse Powell.
Definitely. Without a doubt. I think, I mean, just getting that news today, that really shocked me. You know, being that I just joined the 50 Club back in March, still adjusting to it. But for him to go at 51, and really there's no explanation. You know, there's always a reason for everything. And of course, the family isn't going to release anything yet. So we really don't know the cause or what happened. But for me, that was very shocking to get that news. I was not prepared to receive that kind of news today. Like, at all.
I don't know if it's good or bad that unfortunately anymore I'm not. You know, it's like it's always bad. It always sucks when you hear it, but I can't even be like, oh man, I'm shocked and whatever anymore, because unfortunately it's kind of the state of the world. And I mean, that's a really horrible thing to say, and it's even sadder that it happens to be true. But yeah, I look up and it's almost like, you know, I don't try to look like, oh, I'm expecting anything, but it's almost like, damn, man, when it rains, it pours. It's one of those, when are we going to get to come up the air? That's more how I feel. It's just, Jesus. It seems like every other day. That's kind of bad. But again, when we're looking at our own age demographic, yeah, I almost feel like, listen, I want to hear something. I don't just want to hear he died. Yeah, I'm glad he died, quote unquote, peacefully in his sleep, but that still doesn't give me any explanation for why the man is gone at 51. You know what I mean? And I don't think he had any real health issues, but I don't know. You know, I don't know. So, like you said, we'll probably find out a little more down the road and kind of go from there. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a little bit much. So, yeah. So anyway, that's kind of. So I think because we already know. We already know if she was on here, she'd be ready to start pouring. So at some point, let's go ahead and cue it up so we can get this party started right, George.
Well, before we do, since we were talking about Jesse Powell, I think it's only fitting that we play his song, "You."
Okay, so that's one of the big things.
In memory of the late great Jesse Powell, here is his number one song. I don't have, to be honest, I'm sad to say, but I haven't heard any other songs that he did. But here
Gloria.
Gonna make a change in my life. Surrender all my love. I'm giving all my love away, and there's only one reason for the world. Baby, anniversary. Yeah, baby, my heart in your hand is your key. From this moment on, baby, you'll always be mine. Girl, when I'm alone with you, that's only one thing. Baby.
All right. So that was Jesse Powell, the late great Jesse Powell, and you.
What I was saying, CD, before you started playing that, you were like, that's the only one you knew about. Girl, you better listen to Gloria. So he got down with that. He got all the way down with Gloria. Yeah, you have. You may not know it, but yeah, you have. Yeah, we have to pick it up in a little bit. Yeah. No, he killed Gloria. But anyway.
And you right, no good. You right, no good. He definitely had some good songs.
Yeah. What's up out there? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the man, the boy could warble. He had a voice on him. So anyway.
Yeah. There's no disputing that. I'm just saying I hadn't heard of any of his other songs. Sorry, once more.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, that's all right. You might be like, oh yeah. You'll hear it. Trust me, I think you will. So yeah, it's all gravy. It's all gravy. You at least got the big one in, so we'll excuse you.
And without further,
we're going to do.
Go ahead.
There you go.
And without further ado, on behalf of Mimi Acosta, who couldn't be with us tonight.
Here we go. Oh yeah. Go get him.
It's Mimi's drink special. Mimi, let them know what you're sipping on.
Well, look here. If we know Mimi, she taking a shot.
Right.
I was sipping on a mango Smirnoff Ice. Mango, delicious. It's smooth, and I guess you could say this is really good with dessert because it doesn't. Sometimes when you drink something sweet, it cancels out the flavor of something else sweet. But with this, it just complements it just perfectly. So if you want a treat and you want to give your mouth a treat, go for a Smirnoff Ice mango.
I'm not touching that.
You'll be glad you did.
I'm not touching that. George, are you going to give your mouth a treat? Yeah. I don't know if I'll ever. Yeah. I think I have some Smirnoff somewhere in my house. I'm probably never going to drink it again now, just because of that. You know, but you made it very enticing for all of the people out there that enjoy, you know, pornographic drinking and things like that. Sis, you did it, baby. You did it. What's up, G? I mean, you said you got a trip in the morning or whatever, so you taking it light or what?
Shoot, I ain't taking it light. I ain't got no trip in the morning. Trip to this job. That's about it.
Oh, he got the Bellini glass going. Okay, all right.
Well,
so what that there right there is.
I guess you want to know what's in it. So on behalf of what's in it,
I'm so tired, but you know me, the life of the party slur.
you know, they wrote a whole song about it.
Like your folks and Dr. Jekyll. Like the other day, I go too many swallows, had them blues.
Okay.
That's it. The E40 Slurricane. This would be the which one they call it? It's, you know, it's that T. But you got that T, but this is that Slurricane there right there. The good stuff. The good stuff.
I've seen it before. Okay. Now, you know what's interesting about Hurricane is, you know, that used to be like damn near like the national drink.
Not
an actual Hurricane.
Not Hurricane,
was
but
a national
Slurricane.
drink of New Orleans. I know what the hell it is. I said about a real hurricane. Was it used to be like, if you ever been to New Orleans, man, they were on that real heavy for like a lot of years. So yeah, you go down there anytime. I mean, 80s, 90s, and all that. I mean, good God, hurricanes were everywhere, and then that kind of got taken over for a while by the hand grenade. So, you know, what George was playing, boy, he's playing E40 in the click. They talking about that hurricane. I mean, that had a heck of a run back in the night. But yeah, I have seen Slurricane before. I actually saw it in I want to say I was in Florida when I first saw it. So that what you're drinking right there?
Yeah.
That's Slurricane.
Well, they actually, you know, it's got both names on it. It's got the Slurricane and Hurricane. It's called basically it's Slurricane Hurricane. But you know, E40 bought the Hurricane, and then that's why he came out with the Slurricane.
Right. Hey, trust me. It'll do it. It'll do it. If you like rum-based drinks and all that, trust me. And all the heavy Bacardis and all that, man.
Oh yeah.
It'll turn you upside down.
But then you know, he got his sweet tea Slurricane that go with it. That sweet tea, boy, it ain't no joke. It's a bad boy. I really like that sweet tea. When I tell you it tastes like McDonald's sweet tea, it tastes like McDonald's sweet tea with alcohol in it. And it is a sleeper because you'll drink that not thinking nothing of it. It's so smooth, you'll drink it not thinking nothing but it. Next thing you know, Slurricane, you can call it Hurricane.
So you throwing it out there, huh? That's the truth, though. Well, yeah. So I'm gonna do. We gonna.
That was E40, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the song I was playing a second ago.
Yeah, he was playing E40.
Have a young player seeing courage juice. Watch when I get loose.
Watch.
But you can call me Slurricane. Slurricane. Strong enough to start an engine, man. Hurricane. But you can call me Slurricane.
Now, you know what's weird? I'm not a huge rum fan. There are some kinds that are better than others, but I'm not a big rum fan. I think probably because I had not a great experience the first time I really drank it, and then I didn't drink it for years after that. But, you know, in moderation, I can deal with it in mixed drinks, in mixed company. So, but yeah, like the hand grenades and the hurricanes, all good.
But you know,
I'm going clear tonight.
I'm the same way though. I'm not a rum fan because I don't like drinks that are syrupy. But that Slurricane is not syrupy at all. At all. In any
well,
way.
like I like Malibu. I can mix Malibu with other things. I can't drink it straight because it's not strong enough. I mean, to just drink. But like you mix that with something else good, works really really well. And there are other kinds that are kind of tropical. But yeah, I ain't just straight rum. Nah, not your boy, not your boy. So I'm doing vodka again, like I did last week. But I'm kind of running over the top with some Truly Lemon Lime Classic, and then the 7-Up. So I'm kind of doing all the light brights and the whites and the citrusy and all that. So I'm running my normal Grey Goose, and then I'm gonna run it over the top with some Truly and a little bit of Sprite. Call it good. But I'm gonna take this shot for Mimi. I know you need it, baby. We got you. I'm gonna take my little capful because I ain't got a shot glass. Cheers to our girl. Take care of yourself. We love you. Water time, my Damie. Let's get it chirping.
We love you. All right.
Definitely going through.
So, Roger, do we have any sports and fitness tonight? And may I say, before we begin, say, can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, through bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. And then blah, 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 blah. And then get to the end of the song. The land of the free and the home of the
Chiefs. Oh yeah. Fitness tips with Roger Hawkins. I'm really gonna have to redo that to fitness and sports.
Right. You really are. So here's my tip today. Because the weather's kind of shifting, I said before I get into jogging suits and what the brothers fondly call jeans and boots weather that we like to see. Let me get at my people and say, okay, now is the perfect time to kind of create that shift, because all summer long, you know what we heard, it's too hot, I'm not going to get out there, blah, blah, blah. Well, now we're at that shift. It's middle of September. Weather's changing. Depending on where you live, fall has already kicked in. So don't wait till January 1st. Don't wait till your birthday. Don't wait till some other goofy shit. Pick up some kind of an active habit right now while the leaves are falling, if that's where you are, while the weather is perfect, what we call perfect during the day and temperate. Get your walk on, get your hike on, start doing some of that outdoor stuff that you didn't get to do all summer long. And to piggyback that, because the weather is changing, people are going to start to get sick. People are going to blame allergies. They're going to blame all kind of bullshit. Don't do that. Start to up your zinc intake, your vitamin C intake, get your echinacea. Start to up all of the necessary, the vitamins, the nutrients, the minerals you need for your body to tackle whatever the new outbreak of what the hell ever is coming this year, because you know something's coming, because you know somebody sneezed in their hand or didn't wipe their ass in Uzbekistan and they're going to get on the plane. So here we are. So that being said, guys, bump your immune system up. So that's really the tip before we get into any kind of fun fall workouts or whatever. Get your immune system bolstered. But get out there, start moving around, get air into your lungs, start deep breathing. You know, some people like to meditate. Meditate while you walk. Meditate. Go sit just in the middle of nature, under a tree, on a hill. You know, you have to really be in tune. People don't believe that's true. I think a lot more people are starting to realize. You know, I'm hearing the words and term manifestation a lot lately. It's everywhere. People are trying to quote unquote manifest all of their blessings, all of the things they want. I believe it 100%. I'm not calling it garbage. It's definitely true, but we all vibrate at a particular frequency, and energy transfer is real. So if you believe in all of that and take that into consideration, what you put out into the universe is what you get back. Most of y'all out there ain't putting shit out. That's why you're not getting anything. You're sitting at home, you're on the couch, you're in your bed, you talk about how much sleep you need in 24 hours and all this stuff. I ain't about to do that. If you look at it like, look, my race is halfway run. What I'm not going to do is sleep the rest of it away. This is before that big sleep. So just kind of, my word to say, get out there and turn the volume, turn it up a little bit, jump out of neutral, get in the third gear at very least. So, that's really what I want you guys to get into starting this week. Weather's change, change your thinking, change your living, change, how you go about your regular routine. You might be surprised at the outcome. There it is. And if you can get a helper to help you bench press like that, do that too. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Wow.
Gee, yeah. You got anything? George, before you jump, are you going to jump into your business tip? I just something that just hit me real quick. Okay. I've been seeing a lot of really upperly mobile brothers and sisters talking about this. Listen, even if you're scared and don't believe it, this is going to be the time to get rich. With the market being, even if you don't understand the market, stocks, crypto, any of that, y'all don't get y'all's behinds and get the hell off of TikTok unless it's some kind of an empowering video. Study, learn something. I don't care what the newest phase is, or I don't care what the next challenge is. Challenge yourself to be richer than you were last year. I've been seeing it everywhere. People are giving the information away. Not saying you can believe everything, but my point is, while everything is in shambles right now, this is the time to get in. No matter what you do, this is the time to get in. Just take the chance, because I guarantee you're gonna be pissed off this time in a year or two or whenever, when people go, yo, I took a shot with a couple of $100 and now I made 50 grand, or I took a shot with a couple of thousand and now I made $2 million. I'm just telling you, like, guys, we got to come out of our comfort zones. So that just reminded me, I was going to talk to you about it earlier, but just while it's on my mind, folks, learn something. Learn about, study any stock, study a little bit of crypto, study something. You don't have to give your life savings, but I promise you, if you understand how the return on investment works and how cyclical these markets really can be, you'll be mad if you don't at least try. You're going to be really, really mad when you understand just how, with enough patience and enough, just kind of studying, how well off you can be. So that's another mental exercise I want you guys to throw in with the physical. All right, moving on. I'm done with that.
There you have it.
There you go.
Word.
Don't
say I didn't give you nothing.
That was fitness and business tips all in one. There you go.
Hey, we consolidating today.
We are. But
Peace,
just a shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs for a major victory on Sunday against the Arizona Cardinals. It was a blowout, 21-44, and I was in the building. It was amazing. It was an experience that I will not soon forget. It was just, the whole vibe was so cool. And then what was even more beautiful is that it was more Chiefs fans at the game than Cardinals fans.
Oh,
and
really?
You could totally feel it. Yeah, it was amazing.
Damn.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I was thinking that when I was watching the game and looking in the stands, it seemed like it was more Chiefs fans, and you could hear the Chiefs fans over the Cardinals fans. They doing a tomahawk chop and everything.
We were.
Now,
and when they sang the national anthem, we sang
everywhere
at the end of the national anthem, everybody yelled "In the Home of the Chiefs" at somebody else's stadium.
We do that everywhere. We do that anywhere. I've seen that happen here at the Raiders games. I've seen that anywhere, and everybody just they expect it. Sorry, the national anthem has been changed forever by people from KC. That's real.
Yeah.
Now, is Kyler Murray still the Cardinals quarterback?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I would explain why anybody coming, racist ass Arizona people. I said it.
When they took him out of the game, they knew that it was over because what was the point of having your best guy play when they're gonna lose? And they did.
Oh, well,
They lost royally.
Sure.
You know, and it was funny because as we were exiting the stadium after the game was over, some of the Cardinals fans, they just looked at us, and they're like, "Respect."
I mean, now
we were just laughing. It was so fun. We tailgated, and that's one thing I wanted to say about tailgating. Okay, people, if you're gonna tailgate in the summertime, or if you're tailgating somewhere where it's warm, such as Florida, Vegas, Arizona, if you're tailgating, put something over the food. They tailgated, right? I saw people tailgating, and the food was just baking in the hot sun. No aluminum foil, no saran wrap, no lids, no nothing.
Okay. See, right there. You're not understanding.
That's barbecue.
Of some people.
That's just barbecue.
Yeah, you're missing the whole purpose of that drunkenness. Like you clearly haven't. You know,
if you tailgating, it's about beer, football, and the fly that came on that went with the hamburger. It's commonly known as hamburger and fries. Well, when you're tailgating, it's called hamburger and flies. Okay, that's just the way it goes.
There are differences in tailgating. That's for sure. Depending on who's doing the cooking, who's doing the tailgating, who shows up early. There's a lot of rules to this, but I've had some really good times doing that at Arrowhead because again, we probably do it better than anybody in the league when it comes to that. So always a good time.
Yeah, but when you're tailgating, what is the point to tailgate and have food poisoning the next day? That just makes no sense. And when food is sitting out in the hot sun fermenting, it's going bad.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you like I tell my kids.
Roger, are you really going to entertain this conversation? Hold on a minute.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
I'm
look, I tell my kids all the time, a shot of whiskey cures everything. You straight. My kids will tell you right now, what's your daddy's recipe? What's his remedy for everything? They'll say a shot of whiskey. I mean, it's the truth.
It's not worth food poisoning. I'm just saying, if you tailgate, at least cover your food. That would be my only advice. Because you don't want to eat tasty food, It's not good. And trust me, it wasn't.
Man, that's just the cook. That's the cook's problem. That had nothing to do with the food itself. Shit, that's the preparers, if you will. But
if they have something covering the food to keep it safe, then that's one thing. But
if the shit is nasty, it's
fermenting in the hot Arizona sun, that's a no-go. Like, no.
Okay, wait. Do they have deviled eggs or some shit? I mean, you realize cave people, whoever invented fire, left that shit out. As long as they didn't have, like, milkshakes and shit, who cares about that? But
they had food that was supposed to be kept cold. They had dessert. The dessert went bad in the sun. They threw away potato salad because the potato salad went bad. So luckily, I showed up with my potato salad and I had a lid on it. Yes, I bought it. I didn't cook it. And I brought potato salad and macaroni salad. And it was good. I ate mine because I knew it was fresh and delicious.
I could go.
Crystal.
I could go so many places.
I can tell you, Crystal, right now, you were focused on the wrong shit. You weren't you was not tailgating. You was you was picnicking.
You were clearly too damn sober. George, she was too sober. That's the problem. You wouldn't even recognize it was food, flies, potato, or no saran wrap. If you'd have gotten there at 7:30 in the morning like you're supposed to for a 3:30 game and then been drinking, by 10 o'clock your ass would have been completely persnickety and you wouldn't have cared what they served. But, I digress. You know, you gotta earn your stripes. You gotta earn your tailgating stripes. And who the hell brings potato salad in? I mean, you know, maybe the women, maybe the ladies, because the guys ain't. We bringing meat and alcohol.
Oh, look at this.
And you might get some.
We do have some.
Look at this. Coming from Hennessy.
The barbecue was delicious.
What she
For real.
What she talking about?
He says that
For real,
His
Hennessy.
Majesty agrees with me.
For real,
I
Hennessy.
mean, you want to
For
be
real.
safe. You want to live to eat again.
Then you don't want to
You
go
don't
to
wanna
tailgate.
sit
Cause shit, you take listen. If you can pop the cork on a bottle and take a shot, if that shit's over 80 proof, I promise you, food poisoning be damned. You're gonna make it. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. I'm just trying to tell you.
Why take the chance? It just makes no sense. All you have to do to solve the problem is just cover the food. Protect the food.
But so you in charge of the ice and saran wrap then. That's what you in charge of. You bring the ice and saran wrap.
I had a lid on my potato salad and my macaroni salad. And I made sure the lid stayed on there. So, you know, when people get it, then they forget to put the lid back. Well, I was there to put the lid back on. So I was like the lid captain, and I kept
she's the lid watcher.
Green bean casserole with
the lid watcher.
Shit too, didn't you?
The lid watcher.
I just bought macaroni salad and potato salad. Store bought, yes, but
everybody else was tailgating. She was watching the food.
So I ate my stuff.
Right.
That lets you know. That lets you know what she was there for.
I did eat some meat. It was delicious.
I mean, you know.
So,
yeah. Is you a kielbasa lady? Is that what you is? Or you like what's the hot links? Earl Campbell's hot links.
Yeah, hot links are good. What's wrong with hot links?
I ain't said a damn word. You ain't heard me say.
You know, Hennessy.
No, Lord, not me.
Hennessy, I agree with you. You do got to be safe, but only up until the point that it's not fun anymore. That part.
Right. If you even worried about that, you're too sober. But okay, real quick.
Or
y'all
uptight.
think Patty Mahomes? You think Patty got a chip on his shoulder? I thought about my buddy and I were talking about this because people are talking shit. Tyreek in particular, but just the whole preseason voting and the whole, you know, they've got this guy Marcus like maybe the fourth or fifth best quarterback, things like that, where they're basically taking shots at his actual. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's gonna play with a chip on his shoulder this year. He's gonna be nice about it because he's just such a sweet boy. But I think he's gonna play with a chip on his shoulder. And he needs to.
I think he's going to show people that he's not number 5. He's going to show people that he's number 1, as he should be. Patrick Mahomes has done things for the NFL that, I mean, he's shown us things we've not seen before.
I'm going to tell you this.
He is absolutely amazing. And to watch him up close and in person is even more amazing.
The rankings and classification prior to that game, our offense was ranked number 28 in the NFL, and their offense was ranked like number 15th in the NFL. So that was the ranking prior to that game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Disrespect like a damn disrespect. All right. Which is cool.
So we ran all up in number 15. We just ran all up in them. You know. I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, watching them, we did.
Yeah.
Defense showed up to work. Offense showed up to work. Everything was working like a well-oiled machine. And we came away with that big W, as we should. And tomorrow, we will be against the LA Chargers. And I feel good. You know, I know it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a tough game. But I feel, in my heart, at the end of the game, we're going to come away with that big W, okay? We're going to come away with the big W.
What the hell are you doing? You putting on a mustache? What are you doing?
I know, right? I'm looking at it like, what?
You brought your mark to me? What the hell are you doing?
It's a W. There you go.
Hey. All right, Snoop. Whatever.
Y'all
right?
ignore her. She's dealing with some stuff.
Right. What the? Yeah, you got that part right. That's crazy.
She's just a little sideways.
Win tomorrow.
Right. Right. That part.
We're gonna come away with a win.
Hey, we've got. I think we've got. They said the second. I checked second or third toughest schedule in the whole NFL. I'm like, damn, that's right behind the Super Bowl winners and the runners up. Because if you look at our schedule, no real reprieve. I mean, this past weekend was pretty nice because literally everybody's a contender. It was or will be this year. So it will not be a cakewalk. And I mean, second half of the season is always such a crapshoot. It's always interesting to see, who's healthy, who's not, who's turning it up, who's not. So the boys got their work cut out for them. But I think, hopefully, we'll see some good stuff. They'll be up to the task. So, that's our guy. Yeah. I got to ask, because, y'all know I'm a shit starter, and I'm going to do this. Clearly, we already know Queen Elizabeth died, but they did save the baby, so that's good news. Anyway, I think it's kind of a trip when you'll get that later. I think it's a trip when people are saying they're shocked. I'm shocked she died. I'm surprised. Bitch was 96. I mean, what do y'all want? Y'all wanted to be 113? He's like, come on. She was 96. Why are people so... Why are you shocked that she died?
It happened so fast if you hadn't been,
you can't get any faster.
He just went which is fine. But I think they were surprised because, there was no workup to it. There was no illness or anything like that. So he just went.
The Grim Reaper had shit to do, and he was tired of waiting on her ass.
Well, the thing is, she lost her husband, and I usually in situations like that, because he was the love of her life, the spouse usually doesn't follow too far behind in situations like that, and in love like that. So it just made sense to me, and I think it's just so romantic. And she'll be buried right next to him, and they're together again. So I think it's wonderful. It's great.
Look at me and George. Look at me and George. Look at me. It's it. As you can see.
How long did you expect her to live? I mean, that lady is so old. When Moses parted the Red Sea, she was on the other side fishing.
She was on the side fishing. Yeah, I heard that.
I mean, I'm just saying.
But for real, like, I'm just trying to understand. Like, I still don't care. Where is the surprise? You don't just gradually fade at almost 100. You check the fuck out. Like I said, Grim Reaper was like, yo, I'm in overtime waiting on you, lady. Come on. Look, I get it.
Wow.
Listen, I don't know the nature of the relationship. I know Philip was probably sick of her ass too. That's why he checked out. He was like, fuck this, I'm gone. But
he couldn't wait no longer. He's like, fuck it, this bitch gonna live forever. I'm out of here.
She plays too much. She plays too much.
Do you not know that it is bad to speak ill of the dead? We do not want to see that.
Yeah, I'm not superstitious, so whatever. I'm not superstitious.
Forgive them, Your Majesty. They know not what they do.
Yeah, all right. Listen, yes, we do. I make jokes about my own family members that are dearly departed. So whenever you get through, shit, funny's funny. But listen. Okay, so the house. Hey, listen. If you got your bottle of blessed water, I'll take it. That's fine. I don't worry about it. I know somebody's out there doing it. But I feel like the house is divided. You have some people that have great memories and have lots of fond things to say. And we have other people that are taking that route of I cannot, really mourn a colonizer and someone who partook in X, Y. Listen, the royal family has one heck of a tarnished history. And to be quite honest, I can't even say with all due respect because again, that's not even I don't believe in it. You know, she was a figurehead. She lived a long life. Do your thing. I'm not mad at her. She had the weight of her country and all that on her shoulders. Good for her. She did her job to the best of her ability. But is it a big monumental loss to me? No. Woman, she did nothing for me or mine. She meant nothing to me or mine other than she was on TV every now and then. And like I said, you want to know who I really love? Fucking Harry. That's my dog. Harry's my guy. Huh? Well, I'm just saying.
Why would she mean anything to you?
But this is my point. But a lot of people, yourself included, going, "Oh, that's not good. That's not man. I don't care nothing about that lady. Like that lady did nothing for me." So
for her because of her position and what she had to deal with. She was 25 when she ascended the throne. She didn't know anything about being a queen or being a sovereign.
Well, actually, she did because she was groomed. She was groomed from birth. She was groomed from birth. So she did.
You can be groomed for it, but until you are actually in it and doing it, it's two different things.
How do you
agree? I agree.
Age, you know, she, did what she had to do. She assumed her duty, and she did it to the best of her ability. You know, you can't knock her for that.
No, I can't. But here's the thing: as you get to be a certain age, you learn. Experience teaches you certain things. Living teaches you certain things. There were plenty of opportunities that she had where she could have maybe interjected or changed the rules or done whatever she wanted, and she chose not to. She chose to observe the old ways. That's why everybody loves her grandson. Harry's a goddamn G. Harry gangster as hell. That's why everybody loves Harry, because he's like, listen, I have to be more modern and contemporary. Sometimes he wants to buck the system, but he can because guess what? He's not going to ever inherit the throne. Which is what, Harry did everything possible to go against the grain, which I love about him because that old regime, there are parts of that are antiquated. There are parts of that are deeply rooted in, genocide and or the slave trade and or hostile takeover. There's a lot of history to that family that didn't come out. And again, listen, nobody's crystal clear, but all I'm saying is when people go, oh, it's a tragedy, it's a lot. No, it's not. Shit, Tupac died was more of a tragedy to me than this shit. I was hurt. I was hurt. But I mean, each their own. You know what I mean? And I'm not really trying to diss or make light of it.
When Tupac departed, we all were hurt. So
not everybody, but enough. Well,
we all love Tupac.
Anyway, you know what? I know they're going to do their thing. They're going to do their thing as far as the whole whatnot, but. How they treated, Megan and the kids and all that. That shit's deeply rooted in colorism and racism. That shit ain't gone anywhere just because they don't overtly say it sometimes. Doesn't mean it's gone anywhere. When you look at Megan, who's beige as hell, Harry's a redhead. That's the whitest of white people. And their kids are light, bright, and damn near. And they still were like, these kids are too dark and all that. Yeah, you really think I feel bad about that? Nah, not at all. Not at all.
All right.
But yeah.
On the show tonight, we have our guest, Bombay J, who's a rapper out of Kansas City. And he will be on after a word from our sponsors. So up next, we have a word from our sponsors.
Yeah, we're going to get sponsored.
We're going to get sponsored, yeah.
Thanks for the warning.
Everybody, it's me, CB. Join us every Wednesday for your Midweek Motivator, offering you conversation, motivation, music, laughter, and a whole lot of fun. So tune in. Let's talk. Join us as we shake things up and talk things out. CB and the Boys. Join us for your Midweek Motivation. See ya.
불타오르네. I'ma make you pump like that. 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 Jump like that.
Hey everybody, let's get together and feel alright with CB and the Boys radio show. Join us every Wednesday for your Midweek Motivator, offering you music, conversation, motivation, laughter, and a whole lot of fun. One love.
All right, and we are back. And I really don't have any movie reviews to share with you guys tonight, except just to encourage everyone to go see Woman King, Viola Davis's new film. It is amazing. It is amazing. It is amazing. It's full of action. She really went all out for this character. And what's really cool is it's based off of true events. So that makes it even more, poignant and special. And everyone needs to support this film. It starts Friday, the 16th. So everyone definitely get out and see Woman King with Viola Davis. It's an amazing film.
I'm sure. She's been killing it.
Oh, yeah. She's a phenomenal actress, and she really went all out for this film. She trained and got all buffed up, and, the things that she did in the film, like just the action and the power that she just portrayed in this film it was phenomenal. It really was. It's not one of those films where the trailer is better than the whole movie. No, the movie is spectacular. So everyone should definitely support this film. All right, without further ado. Oh, yeah. So without further ado, we have Bombay J. And let me correct myself. I misspoke when I said he is a rapper. In fact, he is a singer, and he's got some really great songs. So we have some of the songs queued up. So without further ado, here is Bombay J. Welcome, Bombay J. Welcome to TV and the Boys.
Hey, what's going on? Thank y'all for having me tonight.
Yes.
What's going on, brother, man?
What's up?
Man, I'm just chilling, man. I'm out and about, man. Sorry I couldn't get to the laptop, man, so I could, face up with y'all, man. Just on the go.
It's all good. But you're here. That's
hey, y'all, I just want to let y'all know, man. Y'all are funny.
And then I probably just come out on air, man. We share with you.
On, man. Oh my God.
Hey, you never know with us, man. You never know. But we appreciate it, man. We do. We have fun. Mm-hmm.
That's what makes it fun.
That's what. So what's the deal? What's the Bombay J story, man? Give us a little rundown. Again, we're all from KC, so we definitely gonna always have that soft spot and have all love and support and things like that. But it'll be cool to kind of hear your story. How this all came about. Your background. Give us the rundown.
Well, I'm born and raised in Kansas City, man. I was born over in Vineyard Gardens, right off the 39th.
That's funny.
Yeah. Grew up around Holy Temple, man, and Seven Oaks, and you know what I'm saying. So I'm a real native, you know what I'm saying, from the town, and this music thing, man, I've been doing this for a long time, man. People be just getting started, man, but I'm a vet this game. So Bombay, it's crazy how that name came about, man. It's crazy how the name came about. I started off as an artist named AJ Lyrics, and I pushed that for years, man. You know, and I just it just seemed like it wasn't original enough. I felt like it wasn't unique enough, you know. So one year, actually probably like 2 or 3 years ago, you know, I was used to doing like different projects for different people, and one never really focused on my own catalog or on my own things. So me and my wife, we figured hey, let's go ahead and rebrand you. We need to come up with a name, and I'm telling you, man, we went across so many names, man, it was ridiculous, man. We had some silly ass names like just crazy shit. I don't even want to tell you half the shit we thought of, man, because it's ridiculous, man. But it's funny though, you know what I'm saying, and it's all part of the journey. It's all part of the experience. But we ended up doing some big research, man, and I was like, man, what can I do to stand out as a singer in today's R&B lane, you know? Right. And we looked and we searched and everything like that. And, I was like, man, you got Cardi B, and you got, you know, I'm like, I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, I get the flow. I see where you're going.
Yeah. So
just tell the truth. You was drinking a bottle of Bombay. And you look down.
Actually, man, I was on some Malibu, man. I was actually drinking some Malibu, man. I heard y'all talking about that. I was like, what? That's my shit. No, but you know what I'm saying? Me and my lady, man, we was sitting back, man. We was drinking. You know what I'm saying? We had some of that Malibu rum, pineapple, and we had some passion fruit. We mixed it up and everything. Had a little case of Sprite and some pineapple juice, man. We was lit. Hey, but I was like, man, what about Bombay J? At first, man, we was like, Bombay J? At first, it was just Bombay. It was like, okay, let's just add the J. And I was like, okay, Bombay J. So we went ahead and we researched Bombay. And this is a fun fact, Bombay actually was created or originated in 1986. That is my birth year.
Wow. Okay.
I was like, dang, man, this is really starting to fit together. Right. You know what I'm saying? It has purpose. So one day, my wife just woke up and she was like, let's go with it. Bombay J, that's the name. That's the one. I was like, okay, let's do it. So I went from AJ Lyrics. I had a rebranding party, which was the opening party for my name, and it went from there. It's just been one hell of a ride, man. And I'm just getting started, man.
And so you feel like the response has been positive, obviously, with that. I mean, even with the people that knew you beforehand. You know what that reminds me of? Believe it or not, in some ways, Jamie Foxx's story. He did the same thing. You know, he was Eric Marlon Bishop for a lot of years, and once he became known as a good comic, you know, he almost was getting pushed out, blacklisted, whatever. People didn't want to kind of go up against him. He had to change his name to something that was kind of unisex, and that's how Jamie Foxx was born. So you know what people say? What's in the name? Everything, everything. And it's interesting. You have a story very similar. So hey, you know, do your thing, brother. Do your thing. That's what's up. So, you got history with it, so now you got to run with it.
Yes, sir. Ain't no looking back now, man. We was like, my wife was like, man, AJ Lyrics is dead. Like, Bombay, you now. This is you, rap it. And I was like, man, I'm going hard.
But you know what? A lot of people do that. A lot of people who hit it were one or two other people in different groups and things like that before you ever heard of Tupac. You didn't hear the group that he was in. This is even before Digital Underground. Before you heard of Missy Elliott, you didn't hear of, you know, the girl group that she was with. And so there's a lot of times people just they change names and faces, and all of a sudden, boom, here they come. Sometimes your God-given name is what you need. Other times it's not. So keep it pushing. What brought you to the singing game? I mean, most people are going to say they've been singing since they were younger, but was yours, you know, talent shows, church, school? Like, what made you say, I can actually do this and make it, you know, I can make something viable?
Well, you know what? I actually started off rapping, man, with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? We was putting together rap songs and stuff. I was constantly just trying to rap, man. But then, you know, one night while I was at the crib, my grandma actually overheard me humming. You know what I'm saying? Singing a couple tunes, and I used to mimic the stars, like So Real, Jamie Foxx. I used to just mimic people singing. Just period. And she was like, damn, man. She said, Anthony, you sound like an angel. I said, for real?
That's a grandma for you.
Like, you know, it made me blush. Man. You know, she said, boy, you better pursue that. You know, and and the one thing that really solidified it was when my grandpa told me that I was awesome. You know, he was a Navy man. You know, so he was real strict. You know what I'm saying? My brother, you know. You know, he's like, boy, what's the last thing that ain't shit funny? You know what I'm saying? It's funny, but man, you know, he was on some shit like that, man. So, you know, Papa, man, he was a great guy, man. It was my dad, and grandma was my mom. You know, they raised me, brought me up, you know, and definitely had help in that field from all sides, from my parents and just my mom and my grandma. They were just there. So, you know, it's been, man, that's when I found out that singing was what I could do. You know, not rap, but I could also express my talents in a different way. You know, so
okay, yeah. Listen, as a man who was also raised by later on in life by my grandmother after my mom and dad, I get it. Grandparents pull no punches. So, like you said, if grandma and grandpa and papa and them said it, it must be legit, because they say, you know, old folks they don't have time to sugarcoat shit. They fire from the hip, and boy, if you ain't ready, that dart's gonna hit you. So when they told you the truth, I know you didn't hesitate. That's dope, though. A lot of times you hear about people, grandma or grandpa was the one that kind of tipped them over the edge of the fence when they're like, I don't know. And then, like you said, granddaddy said it or mama said it, you know, that was it. So that's cool. That's real cool. Well, they obviously gave you good advice, man. I dig it. So what's up next for you, though? What you have? What you got planned? I mean, I don't know if you're touring. I don't know if you're performing locally. I don't know if you're in the studio. But, you know, what can we expect? Because we've already had one of our fans chime in, and she gave you your props. So, like I said, boy, you better deliver, because my girl said you got it. You know, my girl Hennessy said you got it. So I'm definitely taking her word for it.
Well, right now, I'm working on a new project. It should be. I'm actually working on a new single, and I'm going to be putting it out. It's called Love Hit Different, and I'm just going to be putting out several singles, and I'm going to be dropping several videos to go with the singles. But it's all going to build up to one major project. And right now, I am doing some local shows. I don't have any shows coming up just of yet, but I'm pretty sure that's
you know of,
like next few days.
That you know of?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to change.
That you know of?
Yeah. That I know of.
Yeah, that you know of. Because I got a whole nother plan.
Right. Yeah. You talk. That's what's up.
But we'll talk about it off air. But I do have a whole nother plan.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about it off air.
Well, the first song that we have to do that is called Something About You. So tell us something about you. How did that come about?
Yeah. Okay. So we was after the rebranding, we was like we need to come up with something fun. We need to come up with something loving, something that let's show what Bombay's about real quick. Like how do you love? How, what? How can you show or how can you express your love on wax? So I went in and I wrote down how I felt, man. It just really came from the heart. It was just something that was just a part of me, a part of what's going on in my life. You know what I'm saying? I love my wife. I love my family, man. I'm a family man. It was something about her that sparked it. I just wrote from the heart. It just fell out like water.
Okay, all right.
All right. Well, here is that song that fell out like water. Something About You from Boyz.
Feel like this could be the start of something new. Come and just stay. I'm not from you. Keep my relaxed fading up through my roses. I wanna be entangled with a soul compatible. I wanna love it harder than the summer. It's me like a spring breeze. I love you like no other. I wonder if there's something about you. There's something about you. Baby, there is something about you. My feelings for you are getting back almost. Why'd you keep on getting away? They just wanna say that. But they am not confused all I know is what I want. Baby, there's something about you again. I wanna love it harder than the summer. It's me like a spring breeze. I love you like no other. I wonder if there's something about you. If there's something about you. Baby, tell me something about you. Maybe it's been back my heart frustrated, but now it's penetrating. But my love, I wanna love it harder than summer. It's me like a spring breeze. I love you like no other. I wonder if something about you. If something
Awesome. That was really good. I really like that. You have an amazing voice.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate it.
Boy, you all right. You all right, boy. Now I'm gonna ask you something, Junior. Can you two-step? Because boy, that's two-step in music. Now if you ain't grown enough, just go ahead and tell me.
Yo, man, we all grown. I do it.
Yeah. Okay, my man. See, I know people hear us all the time and go, why do they keep talking about that? If you understand KC, two-step and KC culture, it is what it is. It's kind of like anything. It's like Zydeco in Louisiana.
The legacy.
You got to understand it. If your folks didn't show you, you better figure it out at some point. Like, if I'm going to have my girl D on here at some point. Y'all know, we all know D. That's my baby. But, but again, boy, you right there. This is in the playlist at the F and other places because you definitely got the beat and all that to go with it. You definitely got a fan, already kicking it with us. Like I said, Miss Hennessy's loving it. So, she got people sold and own it. But yeah, that's good stuff, man. It's really good stuff.
I really appreciate it. I just want to let people know that it's all right to have fun being in love. You know what I'm saying? It's all right to love. You know what I'm saying? Don't be ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying? Embrace it. You know what I mean?
Look, this nigga getting brownie points out of. Listen, man, your wife gonna give you something anyway. I know she loves you. Look at he just scoring points to everybody.
Yo, man, y'all gonna take me later, man. I'm gonna be getting some calls. CB in the board. Yeah. Come on, over here.
Try to Steve Harvey, everybody. I love it, man. That's dope, man. That's dope, man. Like I said, man, you got a good message. I like the energy, brother. You putting off these good vibes, man. I see why you have the following you do, man. Continue that because you and I both know the way the game is now is grimy, it's cutthroat. So we need every person with that good energy flow that we can get, man. So yeah, we gonna champion your cause. I'm pushing you hard, brother. I'm pushing you hard.
Mm-hmm. Man, thank you, man. You just don't know how much that means to me, man. For sure.
No doubt.
It means everything.
We got you, my man. We got you.
Oh yeah.
That's dope.
That we do. All right, next up we have the song Bad. Now tell us about Bad because we got some good vibes going. So what's up with Bad?
Hey, well, me and my wife, man, it started probably 3 years ago that we had actually wrote this song, and we were just playing around with it. And at first, it was just a regular TikTok thing that we was gonna put on TikTok, but it never happened. And just this past year, we was like, man, we need to go ahead and finish this cut. This right here, it could be something. And just went in the studio one day. My boy Champ, shout out to Champ G. You know what I'm saying for making the track. Boy, if y'all ever need some music done, Champ G, man, he's the man. I'm telling you, he's a super producer. But we got in there and we laid it and like I said, it's all experiences that I go through. My wife told me, man, I'm a storyteller, and that's what I try to also brand myself. I wanna paint pictures for you. I want to paint pictures, man. I want to tickle your ear, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to get that mind rolling. Like, damn, like this issue. What? Like, damn, man. She bad. She bad for me, but. Listen for yourself. I want to see.
I like that. You know what? I can't tell the story. Listen. All right, better.
We paint tonight, man.
That's what's up.
George
ain't got his breath.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, I got it ready. And this one is the video. Here's Bad.
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, hey, babe, you here early?
Yeah, just got in. Hey, so check this out. Me and my friends, we about to go and get some drink. Cool.
Babe, I thought we were supposed to be watching a movie.
Look, you can, but when I get back, trust me.
could be the start of something new. While I'm stuck on you, keep my heart levitating, the pumping through my veins. Wanna be entangled with a soul so compatible. I wanna love that's harder than the summer, intimate like a spring breeze. I love you like no other. I wonder, is it something about you?
Come to your eyes in the head. Dealing with the shit for way too long. Only leave it feeling, come on. You don't see the shit that you do wrong. Shit is so wrong. See you believe in reality. All the shit that you told me to do reality. Gonna drop your eyes, gonna sleep reality. Shit is so wrong. Bad things you chose. Bad things you chose. Bad things you chose.
Oh, I really like that. I could totally bump that in my car. I could see myself driving down the road, moving out to that music. I like that. I really like that. That's a nice vibe, Bombay J. That's such a nice vibe.
So the main thing is that my wife, she said, I want you to be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Every moment ain't gonna be pretty. Every situation ain't gonna be all glitter and gold and cookies and bubbles and shit. She said, I want you to touch something. I want you to tap in on another side. I said, okay. So she's always constantly, you know what I'm saying, testing me. You know what I'm saying? Testing my limits, testing my boundaries. How far can you go? How far are you willing to go? You know, and I'm like, oh, every day.
That's what's up. You know why? Because if you're not challenged, she's challenging you in a different way, not like physically challenging you, but I like that she's just cross stretching yourself. You understand, in the industry, in any industry, entertainment wise, you're stretching yourself, and the fact that she recognizes that, man, you got a good one. So big up, man. That's dope.
And I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm gonna throw this out there. First of all, as a fellow semi neighbor, because I am a homeowner in the vineyards. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I just had to throw that out there. But we definitely gonna have to hook up in the next few days because if you're interested, we want you to perform at our show. We are doing a Halloween spooktacular, and it's going down right here in Kansas City. And
brother got to fly in.
Yeah.
Man, it would be a pleasure, man. It would be a pleasure. I would love to.
Yeah, so
you got it, man. You got it.
By the way, Hennessy says I absolutely love that song.
So hey, listen, Miss Hennessy, are you planning on coming to the show, because you can't keep promoting this man and everything else, and you ain't gonna show up. And if you can't two-step, Uncle Rod's gonna talk about you. So there it is.
There it is, Hennessy. You have been challenged.
I'm gonna learn you. You're gonna learn today.
But
we have a special grand prize for the best two-stepper, so you don't want to miss out on that.
we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna have a Halloween. It's the Halloween Spooktacular, and it's on the 28th, which is the Friday before Halloween. Halloween this year falls on a Monday, and this event's gonna be on the Friday. We're gonna have a costume contest. The grand prize for the costume contest is a 5-star hotel in Vegas for the weekend. So, man, we got some big things.
And guess who gets to be the lucky winners tour guide? Poor soul.
Exactly. Yes, since Raj is housed in Las Vegas.
Yours true. Yours true. I'm gonna tighten you up. But no, man, it's dope. Like I said, the fact that you're right there, and of course, obviously, we want to definitely get any way we can put you on, because, like I said, when you see talent, you have to go with it. I would do it myself, but see, my album ain't gonna drop until next year, and I ain't warmed up the pipes yet. So I'm gonna let you take over, young man, because normally, boy, if I get on the mic.
I appreciate the sir, man, but you ain't selfish at all. You ain't got a selfish in your body,
sir. Hey, Bombay, let me ask you this. In your personal life and playtime, you ever get out to any after hours or anything like that?
Do I hit up any after hours?
Yeah.
I mean, I have, but I haven't in a while though. I've been working.
No, I was just trying to figure out. Maybe I didn't know if maybe you've been down to 9th Street or not. To your 4.
No, not yet, man. But that don't mean that I won't be able to go.
Because that's where
go there and let's invite it.
That's where we're gonna be at. That's where we're gonna be at.
All right,
It's great, man. It's gonna be great, though. It's gonna be a little bit of all right.
I'm down.
Well, yeah, man. I know. Trust me, Georgia. You guys will meet up, and he'll get you up on the particulars and all of that. So, like I said, I definitely think you will be a huge addition to it. We're gonna have a good time. But like I said, I know we got a little bit on the video and all that, but I'm pretty sure, like I said, when you grab the mic, you're gonna do your thing. So yeah, man, it'll definitely be worth it. So
yeah, I'm gonna give you a call by this. I'm gonna give you a call by this weekend.
Okay, cool. I'll be looking for you. Hey, and I'm gonna hit y'all with something new too, man. Y'all gonna hear some of my new stuff.
Oh, hey,
that's nice. What's up. That's what it is.
I cannot wait to
stay tuned.
Because I love two-stepping. That's my thing. And we don't have two-stepping in Arizona. Very sad. Very, very, very sad. So it'll be nice to be back to KC and two-stepping and having some fun. So I'm looking forward to that for sure.
That's what's happening.
Well, maybe I need to find a way to get out to Arizona, man, so I can bless them.
You need to.
Definitely. You need to bless everybody.
Yeah, man.
So the next
That's
song
what's
we have is The Way You Plan. So where'd you come up with that? Because The Way You Plan does not sound romantic. So it's a fella.
Well, there's just a lot of things in life that you always look forward to doing, or that you plan on doing, never get around to it, and it just basic relationship things that y'all set goals for each other, and things don't always work out, and do you settle, or do you keep pushing and fight for something else? Do you want to, it's just trying to encourage your other half that, look, things ain't gonna always go the way we want to go, but we gotta make the best of it. So I'm gonna give you your flowers while I can, and show you as much love as possible, man, and just try to stay relevant. That's what the way we playing. That's what
I like that. All right, here is The Way You Plan.
Or is it just a magic bag? Outside of jurisdiction, there's just so much that get taken for granted. Tell me how we don't understand it. We're still the silence seems to understand it. I guess that we can only try, but baby, please know that things don't always go the way we want it. Yeah, gonna do a little patience. Yeah, let me ease my stress tonight. Love you like I should. Let me treat you. Gonna do a little deeper. Really let me ease
My man. You know, as my grandma would say back in the day, that nigga croning. That nigga, he's croning.
Hey, you know what? This is the ultimate. This will be the ultimate testament to your legacy one day, young brother. Is if somebody says, "Man, I made a baby off of that song." Think about what you see. Like I said, you was born in '86. You damn near might have been a Keith Sweat or I'll Be Sure baby, or somewhere close to it. So just think about that, man.
86, he might have still been a troop baby, you know. Ready for the world.
Hey, that's a heck of an honor, right? You know, all of a sudden they go, we was off that Bombay one night.
Most of the population.
Yeah, we was off that Bombay one night, and old girl got frisky, and we started pouring some Bombay. We were listening to Bombay. Next thing you know, shit, we had a little Bombay. Hey, man, you got that potential, young brother. You got that potential. You got that, man. Oh, man. Woo-wee, boy. Hey, you got my cheeks hurt over here. Just tell your wife it wasn't your fault. Hey, if it happens, you didn't do it. Shit, you know how many Denzels and Shaquilles out here, and neither one of them had sex with none of them damn women. But there's a bunch of them out there.
Look. Here go Hennessy again. You sure Hennessy ain't your wife? You got one hell of a fan club. That's your wife, your little sister.
Hey.
Tell the truth, it's your best friend cousin, ain't it?
Hey, right. She better start cheering for us like that. Hennessy shit. When I'm drinking Grey Goose, don't mean Hennessy can't cheer for me, girl. We all, hey, listen, it's all love. We all
that's my baby.
That's what's up. I love it, man. I love it, man. That's dope. Hey, you better ride hard with them. That's what I'm talking about. We need more of that. We really do. Hey, check this out, y'all. I mean, since we have an artist on with us, and I mean, I know you're not a rapper per se, but you're in the industry, and I kind of wanted to break this off on some of you guys tonight. So again, it seems like every week or month or whatever we're talking about, young stars getting snuffed out. I don't know who's heard about it, but there was a up and coming rapper. He was pretty prominent in the LA area named PNB Rock.
Yep.
Much like Nipsey Hussle, much like Pac, much like a lot of these guys, like Pop Smoke and all that. Even if you don't listen to him, you have to read the news and hear what's going on. He got set up. He was shot and killed while eating at Roscoe's with his girlfriend. Now, I have different schools of thought on that. One, obviously, the fact that we are killing ourselves, and I mean it doesn't just start and stop with us. But I can only care about my people. I really can't give a shit about anybody who doesn't look like me right now. That's just me. So if we're doing it, I have to address what we're doing because I have a black son. I have a black brother. I'm a black father. Now, again, we can talk about the white boys that shot the sheriffs in Georgia later, but I'm talking about this kind of thing. We're killing our own, and it's our voice pieces, our prominent individuals. So a young man like yourself, who was up and coming, was a popular figure, was a voice of the people of his young generation, was shot and killed, set up because of jewelry and because of a robbery and set up. Now, that alone pisses me off. It happens all the time, and it's a damn shame that we've convinced ourselves to kill ourselves. But the double edge to the sword is me going, why is it that this particular generation, up to this generation as well as millennials, cannot put the phone down, shut the fuck up, and stop telling everybody your business? See, I'm from the generation of you shut your mouth. You move in silence. You don't tell everybody what you're doing. You're private. Yeah. Which is why you have to ask questions of an old head, because we ain't telling you shit. But this generation, long story short, his girlfriend put their location on her phone. The guys that set him up to rob him found where they were because of that, came and killed that man. Now she's got to live with that. Now, if that was my son or whatever, she messed around and might be in a morgue with him, because guess what? That's what that leads to. Learn to shut your damn mouth. Learn to stop showing and posting everything. And so, I mean, I want your opinion on that, but I'll tell a quick story. My son did the same thing years ago. My house got broken into. We went to Atlanta, and I lost some very, very irreplaceable, important heirlooms. I lost, some weapons, of course. Some were my father's. I lost some things I can't get back of my father, who's no longer here, because my son decided to tell everybody we were at Stone Mountain. Lo and behold, my phone is starting to alert me. I look and see somebody's broken into my house because young people can't shut the fuck up. So I guess my thing is, I know this new wave of individuals, this is how you get popular and you get paid and all of that. But, I like the old way. I just want to know, like, has that affected you negatively or positively by being so much more public than it used to be when it came to, I mean, there was no social media when we came up, obviously. There was not a lot of, I'm doing this every single minute of the day. How do you feel about that? Because you're a tweener. You're kind of right there. You got some of what we have, but you also got some of what, the millennials and the new generation have. What role do you take on that? How do you feel about that? Because I don't think this young man would be dead right now had his girlfriend put her phone down and just had a conversation with her boyfriend instead of telling the whole damn world we're at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, and they came out and he had a lot of jewelry on, which is also another faux pas, especially in LA. And they set him up, robbed and killed him, and now you can't sell it because now you're marked because you've got this jewelry. How do you feel about that? What's your take on it?
Man, for one, it's a damn shame that you get killed after a great meal. For two, I feel like, social media, man, has definitely taken the level to just new heights, man. I do agree with you, man. She definitely, you definitely don't tell all your business. You definitely don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing, for sure. And the part that I played in all this, man, I tried to set a good example. You know what I'm saying, to the kids and to my peers, to my friends, that are actually in the music game. I try to set them down, like stick a little knowledge to them, to let them know that there's other ways to doing this music thing than selling drugs or stuff like that. Man, I feel like that the artist should be able to wear their jewelry. You know what I'm saying, wear their jewelry or host live. You just got a lot of haters on you, and that's one thing that artists today have to be mindful of, because it's a lot of politics. There's a lot of politics, man, when it comes to the rap game. I don't know. It could be very well the same thing for R&B. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the music game is treacherous, man, and you just got to just be mindful of who you're around, man, and what you depict or display on social media, because the shit can always backfire. So but I feel like that no matter what, you got to learn to shut up, man. I'm 5 stars in with you on that one, man. You gotta learn to shut up sometimes, man. Everything doesn't need to be on. Everything doesn't need to be on social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I took this shit 2 minutes ago. No,
right,
bro.
Right.
We don't want to just see you on the toilet taking this. We don't want to see that. But please just left in online. Period.
Okay. Yeah, and I just wondered because unfortunately we're caught in the middle, and I've been asked that a lot of times. My wife asks me sometimes how come I don't post more and do different things and whatnot, and I go, I'm a private person. I was raised in the old school, so old heads used to tell me, man, you keep your mouth closed. You don't tell everything. And so when people are taking pictures of what they're eating, where they at, everything, that's how you it was proof positive. Like I said, because my child did that. He didn't know what he was doing, but look at how badly that went. When you tell everybody, what, I'm not there. We're not there. And this is what happens.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you.
I'm definitely, what I'm saying, right there in the middle of the generation, man. I'm an 80s baby. I was brought up around real hustlers. I was brought up around real niggas that tote that thing, you know what I'm saying, and will let it go. The pillars, you know what I'm saying? But you don't have to go that way. Everything is a choice. Everybody has a choice, you know, and it's just all about, you know what I'm saying, making the right ones, man. Living your life accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Live by the gun, you live by the gun. You know, you just gotta remember that and keep that in your heart. Like, man, shoot, man, which way do I want to go? Do I want to live a prosperous life, man, or do I want to get it fast, man, and go down this hell road? You know what I'm saying? Now, it's saying that a lot of us young folks, you know what I'm saying, do that. You know what I'm saying? We be like, man, we want to get out and go get it. You know what I'm saying? Then it end up with somebody setting you up, man. It's someone close to you, like a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I got it in for you. I'm like, shit. You know, it's the same.
So that's interesting because, okay, now, George and I are from, a little bit before. So Ice-T made a comment. And so long story short, this gentleman got set up because he wears a lot of jewelry. And one of the big gripes that, the old head community, the rappers and singers talk about this young generation in terms of how they don't fool with them too much is because too much flash, too much pomp, too much, let me show you this, let me show it instead of do it. And so Ice-T, who definitely, our generation, he was like, listen, you got to be careful when you go around, especially LA is a very dangerous place. And when you look at this young man who was wearing nothing, I mean, he was wearing everything on himself. So they were like, yeah, we're going to get this fool. And Ice-T made a comment, and he was like, listen, you can't do that kind of thing out here because somebody's going to test you. Eventually, somebody's going to make you give up, show up, put up, or, you're going to get done up. And people got mad at him, but he was like, it's the truth. He said, look at me, look at Ice Cube, look at Dre, look at Snoop, look at all the old head guys. He said, we don't walk around with a lot of jewelry and a lot of flash. And they don't. They've got it. They don't. But that's award shows, videos. That ain't walking down LA, that ain't going to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles with $100,000 worth of jewelry on so that you put yourself in a position to make a bad choice and get set up and maybe get killed by people that haven't thought far enough ahead to realize you can't sell what you just killed someone for because everybody knows who it belongs to. And I'm sorry, I don't know any young hoods who have a refinery or a smelting plant in their backyard where they can melt down gold and platinum and all this bullshit. They don't even know how to do it. So it's not a lot of forethought. But I think, like I said, and again, I know George probably is feeling me on this because, back in our day, we had Run DMC, Eric B. and Rakim. They had the big gold dookie ropes and shit like that, but it wasn't one of those Slick Rick. If you go somewhere, you might get beat up and get robbed for that shit. But now they are literally setting up and killing people that are supposed to be influential figures in the society, in the community. Look at Nipsey. Look what happened to Nipsey. Nipsey, yeah.
You know what? When you have that kind of stature, you know what I'm saying, you're supposed to move different, period. You ain't supposed to just be caught at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. You just don't move like that, man. I mean, like, where was his bodyguards at? He ain't got no bodyguards, but how big was he? I know he was up and coming. He probably didn't make it to that, but you know that you politicking in the street. You know that you making noise in the street. You're recognized. You know, so you can't move like that, man. And you're right, man. Being all flash and stuff like that. I got this thick gold rope, man, that I wear. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to. I lead that, you know what I'm saying, for shows. You know what I'm saying? If I go out for a show, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm in, I perform, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Just
I think it's sad. I think it's sad because, okay, J. Cole. People talk about J. Cole. J. Cole's worth $114 million. J. Cole rides down the street in New York on a bicycle in a sweatsuit with his dreads flopping, and everybody waves and nobody says a word. You want to know why? He looks like everybody else. But J. Cole wouldn't ride down the street with 15 chains, a bunch of rocks on his fingers, and, all this ice and expect not to get got. But J. Cole is kind of, like I said, he's kind of that mindset that I'm talking about, as opposed to let me show you everything that I have instead of proving everything that I am. And I think it's sad because this is happening way too often. Yeah, we can talk all we want about, blacks killing blacks and us doing this and doing that. But again, it really comes down to choices. You make a choice, but you know, I'm up two minds because again, I'm still mad at his girl. Like I said, I'm still mad at his girl. Shut the hell up. Get home and say, hey, we had dinner at Roscoe's. Don't get there and go, guess where we are. That means she's looking for a certain amount of attention. And that got him killed. That was all her selfish attention wanting ass that got that man killed. Because had she left her phone in her pocket and had a conversation with her man like she was supposed to, instead of having a conversation with thousands of people that she probably doesn't know, this wouldn't happen. This is why I kind of ride the fence as the old guy bitching and moaning about that whole social media thing. There's a time and a place. It's a beautiful tool, but it can also be a curse. It's allowed a lot of people to get money and fame that they would never have because they're a bunch of nobodies. But you know what? I'm going to get on here. I'm going to start only going to show my titties, give me some money. And I ain't mad at you. Or I'm going to do a stupid dance or I'm going to do some kind of a challenge. I'm not mad about that. But you see how dangerous it can be? Do people not realize that TikTok and Instagram and all that, they have clauses and things in there that allow them access to every file on your phone. So when you're doing this challenge or that challenge or what you're going to look like when you get old, you have given them permission to access all your files, the file names, and utilize them. I guarantee y'all don't know that shit because y'all didn't read it. So it's just one of those, you know, it just frustrates me because this was another bright star that got extinguished for some stupidity. So again, it's great that we have an artist on here, and it's like, you know, how are you going to approach things from here on out? I know you got to promote yourself because we're going to promote you. But you know what I mean when I'm saying about how you move, like how you move means everything based on where you are. You can't move in Miami the same way you move in Detroit. You can't move in Compton the same way you move in KC. You got to know that.
Yeah. Right. You got to be mindful of your surroundings, man. I try to teach my sons that, you know what I'm saying? I got two boys, you know what I'm saying? One is 18 and just like a year ago, you know what I'm saying? He got caught up in some mess, you know what I'm saying? And he started funking with a couple of gang affiliates that was around the neighborhood. And look, we had just moved to this neighborhood, just moved to this house. Right? And you know, my son, he's a good kid, you know what I'm saying? But you just never know all the things that they do, you know what I'm saying, when you're not looking or while you're away. Well, you know, on a couple of occasions, when me and my wife went out, you know what I'm saying, to go handle business, man, our house got shot up. You know what I'm saying? And it just didn't happen one time. It didn't happen one time. And all my kids were there. My mom was there, my kids were there, the dog was there. And man, it just didn't happen once, man. It happened twice. And one of the times, my son said that he got caught outside. He was running for his life, man, because they was outside ready to gun him down. Like this right here, these are just things that I tried to tell, you know what I'm saying, my kids, like, hey, everybody is not the same, man. You gotta be leery and you gotta be cautious about who you're around, your surroundings, where you're at. You didn't even know you was in your enemy territory, but you wanted to walk through the story. These are different times. Man. You got youngsters, man, no older than 10 carrying weapons, pistols.
Yeah, I know, but that's just wow.
It's crazy.
But it does go to show the nature of the way where we live, what's going on. Yeah. Such a violent society. But you know what? That really comes down to the home. You know, like you said, if you're trying to influence your sons to understand and avoid that to the best of their ability, then that's one thing. But the sad part is you got hundreds of people out there that, look, if your pops or your mother was banging back in the 90s and they had kids, guess what? They going to have that same mentality and they're going to pass it on. That shit is generational. The same way wealth is generational, curses are generational. Ooh, that's deep. I need to write that down.
That this new generation doesn't have any respect for themselves or others. It's all about image, money, cars, even if it means taking from someone else to portray that image. And she's so right.
100.
Yeah,
All
baby,
right,
preach.
That's 100.
You hit on the head right there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, but oh geez.
So Jay,
Yeah,
as a
you know.
father going through that, how did you handle that, like mentally? How did you keep it together? I was
It really, I'm gonna tell you right now, Crystal, man, it really pissed me off. I mean, I was so mad. Like, you know, you never know what to do in these kind of situations, whether to retaliate. You know, you're always looking at the situation like, man, what I could have done or woulda, coulda. But when it comes down to it, you just never know, because I felt like retaliating, man. And I felt like God saved him that day, boy, because I straight had the Swiss cheese maker under the bed. And if I was home, I would let that thing go, and it probably would have been bad. It probably would have been bad. You know, I keep it because, you know what I'm saying, try to keep my family safe. You know what I'm saying? They just don't know what the next person got behind closed doors. Man, really, God saved everybody that day. There was a bullet that flew through the house. My son was playing a video game, man, inches away from me. Inches away from me. You know, it could have just bad. I could have been home. I could have been the one to get hit. No way. You know, and it's just no way that it's no certain kind of way or guidelines about how you feel, how to keep in or hold your emotions. You know, I just had to go through it. I was totally in shock, man. When I got home and I seen the house was riddled in bullets, I was like, I'm ready to go take a drive. I'm ready to go take a drive. You know what I'm saying?
You know what that means.
Got to the car. You know, I was ready for revenge then, but you know, my wife, she's the level-headed one. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, babe, calm down. Let's call the police in. Let's get them over here. You know what I'm saying? To investigate some stuff. Let's do this the right way. And then one thing, she didn't want me going out. You know what I'm saying? Starting a war, a turf war for sure. For one, y'all little niggas is playing a block that just don't exist. For two, I ain't really about none of this life. You know what I'm saying? I might be a senior man, but I'm from them tracks. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make it this age. I didn't make it to see this. You know what I'm saying? On my own. You know what I'm saying? I had help. You know what I'm saying? From my Lord and Savior that helped me through it, and I got some knowledge on my head to know how to move in my city. You know what I'm saying? So these youngsters, they growing up, they don't know how to move, because they just now getting here. You know, and they're so careless, man, thinking that the next day is promised. You know, it's crazy, and we got about it there. As soon as we could, we had to break the lead. Didn't have it at the time, man. Me and the white man, we was struggling because of COVID, you know, and you know we was getting the money to help, you know what I'm saying, the relief fund, but you know that shit dries up pretty quick, you know what I'm saying, when you have a lifestyle that you live, and you know what I'm saying, and you got things to provide, you got kids to provide for, you know, and a house and a home to manage. We have to eat. Have a place to sleep, light, gas, water. That it keeps on going. You know what I'm saying? So they just don't understand about the way that the how it affects everything. When the soon that bullet leave the chamber, they just don't know how it affected the people that you're aiming at. How it affected the lives. My son didn't understand how his decisions affected our lives, and it didn't happen the next day. It happened a year or two later. You know, you got to be mindful. Like I said, everybody has a choice. You know, and that's my answer. I'm sticking to it, y'all.
I know that's right. Yeah, Your Honor, that's my answer. I'm sticking to it. But yeah, man, that's what's up. We got to continue to, you know, educate, because I think about this, and I think about the fact that so many of these people are willing to, you know, basically erase someone out of envy, jealousy, laziness, because taking somebody else's stuff is pure lazy to begin with, because you're like, look, he worked for it, but I'm going to go get it. And again, it is kind of the way of the world. It's history. But at the same time, not even realizing that you're destroying a potential legacy is, and I don't really have the answer other than it starts in the home. And I can't say that enough, because I'm sorry, there's a lot of failures for parents out here. You know, I know a lot of people going to be mad about that, but the people that are mad are the failures. And it has nothing to do with your setup, whether you've got grandparents like we did, or a two-family home or a single-parent home. You know if you're a failure or not by how your children come out, especially by the time they, make it to adulthood, i.e., 20, 21, 18. You know if you're a failure as a parent or not, and there's no one to blame but yourself. And that's really part of what we're expecting this institutions, school and society and all that to actually raise our kids. It ain't their job. And I blame it all the way, it goes all the way back to that. And now we have yet another, young person dead over dumb shit that won't matter. And it's too late to go back. So, I just something for you, A, obviously to be mindful about, but B, I know you understand that. But look, brother, we got big expectations out of you. So if nothing else, I can be like, hey, listen, man, when you go here, and be cool, be careful. When you go there, I don't want to ever hear anything negative, happening to you because of some stupid shit and somebody's not happy about the fact that maybe their girl was swooning over your song. Because you know what? It happens. It really does happen. And again, you're rooted, you're heavily rooted in your family and things like that. So, anything I can push along to keep you in a good position, I'm going to do. And that's the real. But obviously, we'll definitely encounter each other again soon. That's the cool part about this.
And I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. Sure. Definitely looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
I want to thank you. I want to thank you so much for being on the show tonight. This has been a delight, and we cannot wait to see you perform in person at the Spectacular. It's going to be amazing. So thank you so very much, Jay. We appreciate it so much.
Crystal, y'all, it was definitely a pleasure. I definitely, truly, and humbly thank y'all for just allowing me to come on y'all show and share with y'all my beliefs, my views, and my sound. It's truly an honor, and I thank y'all. Sure.
My brother, take care. We will be in touch soon. Guarantee you this is the first, definitely won't be the last, man. Keep doing what you do, and quite frankly, George will see you sooner, but we'll definitely see you next month, man, for sure. Yeah. Until then, man, handle your business, keep grinding. It's been a pleasure.
You got it, Doc. All right, y'all take it easy.
All right now.
Yes, sir.
I'll hit you up this weekend.
All right, George.
All right, everyone. You've been listening to CB and the Boys. We come to you every Wednesday for your midweek motivator, and we just had our guest, Bombay J, this phenomenal artist and badass singer. You guys are going to love him. You got to come on out to the Spectacular so you can check out Bombay J in person, up close, listening to him, keep stepping to him. He's got some good songs, guys, so you don't want to miss it. Am I right, fellas?
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate that young man. Like I said, that brother's definitely doing his thing. He's trying to keep his head on right. I mean, for the most part, we always run across positive guys and girls and ladies and gentlemen who come on here that are just trying to do their thing. But like I said, he's definitely well rooted in what he's trying to do in his family life and all that. So you can't help but to wish the best for a man like that. That brother's really, really, he's got his priorities together. So absolutely big ups to that guy. He's killing it. But like I said, we're gonna try to work some things out. Hopefully, if all goes well, George is gonna do the back of the pool hall with him. He might have to pull a knife on him, but we're gonna try to get that man to perform with us because, like I said, he's the real deal. So, like I said, he's got a good voice. He's got that. He got that whole Remember back in the day, you had your Gerald LeBurge, your Men at Large, you had your Rude Boy. He's got that whole kind of feel thing going. You know what I'm saying? Like the girls want to go, oh yeah. That's why his wife is always pushing him so heavy because she knows, you know, when you got a guy like that, she's like, oh my baby's a teddy bear and he's got that voice, but he's got that edge and all that. Girl, you ain't fooling no damn body. You ain't slick. But I like that. I love how he speaks highly of his family and all that. So. Do your thing, young man. Do your thing. We'll definitely be working with him in the future.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. So yeah, you know, that's what's popping off in y'all crazy country this week. never a dull moment right here. That's why you know I go to different ones from time to time. I'm going where the beer flows like wine. I'm talking about
boy. Yes. Well, then you better be careful, Roger. Just take 2 steps to the right. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thanks for rocking with us tonight to be in the voice. Thank you every Wednesday for your midweek motivator. Offering you music, conversation, motivation, laughter, and a whole hell of a lot of fun. And hopefully you guys have received all of that and then some tonight. So go ahead and say your goodbyes, and as usual, I will bring up the rear. Roger?
Yo, y'all know what it is. Hey, listen, remember what I said. Please take care of yourselves in all seriousness. Try to improve yourself all the time. Every day, look for improvement. Otherwise, you're literally just kind of waiting around to die. I don't believe in it. That's it. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Catch you on the flip side.
All right. Yours.
Toasted, for starters. And you know all I got to say. Peace, love, and hair grease.
All right. All right, everyone. So check us out with some 2 steps to the right. Take y'all back real quick, way back. Everybody enjoy the rest of your evening, the rest of your week. Again, thank you so much for rocking out with us. Come to every Wednesday. We are motivation time. And our guest tonight is Mr. Bombay Day, a phenomenal artist, singer, and you don't want to miss him. Come on out to the spectacular. It'll be fun. We'll see you guys next week. Everything is there. TV and the Boyz .org. Check us out. And those like me too. And my those are all my partners like it. We're back. Until next week.
What you do, I'm with him when you should be with me. What you do when you should be with me? First of all, you ought to know I'll love you better. I'll make you better. You ought to know I'll be. What to do with them when you should be with me? Now what you know about that? What you know about make it for you. If you never had nothing, now I'm gonna spoil you. Like how good you are. Only take step to the right. Oh, baby. All it takes is one you, and I'll be there. Not to the left side, going to the right side, baby. Right over here. Can I talk to you a minute? Step over here. What's wrong? Forget about him. Think about me like you never. Whatever. Y'all know about that right there. Y'all know about it right there.
Boyz have left the building.
Hey.